resolved. This video has been prepared for educational purposes only. No part of it may be reproduced or copied without the permission of the copyright holder.
Hello friends, this is Shreyans Kothari and I welcome you all to the YouTube channel of S. Chand Academy. Yes, you have landed the right place because here we are with the video solution of Quantitative Aptitude. Man, this is the book. This is the book you need for any examination. I think the most comprehensive book for Quantitative Aptitude in any competition. You name the competition exam. You want to go for UPSC, it is there. You want to go for bank, you want to go for SSC, railways, campus recruitments, whatever you want to go for, just go for this book first. And this book is a gateway for all the competition examination. आपको क्या करना है? This channel provides you a lot of video solutions. The basic concept we follow is we just clear the concept first and we take some of the questions from the chapters so that you get everything about that chapter in a single video. अगर आपके पास book नहीं है, अभी जाइए book लीजिए. But this video can act as a standalone video because by using this video, by viewing this video, the chapter will be clear itself. So what are you waiting for? Without wasting time, let's move to the chapter. So here we go with the chapter number 20, that is problems on trains. So in problems on trains, very much similar to the chapter we did was time and distance, but there are a few changes you need to know. There are a few concepts you need to understand, and after learning the concept, it will be easier for you to grab onto the point. सबसे important part ये है कि यहाँ पे speed, distance, time वो concept तो चलता ही है, यानी कि जो एक बहुत ही basic formula जो मैं मानता हूं कि इसके लिए बेस्ट फॉर्मूला है स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, वो फॉर्मूला तो हर जगह फॉलो करना ही है. बट उसके साथ साथ कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं जिसमें ट्रेन इंक्लूडेड है, ट्रेन की स्पीड इंक्लूडेड है, दो ट्रेन आमने सामने आ रही है, दो ट्रेन अलग जा रही है, एक आदमी को क्रॉस कर रही है, एक पोल को क्रॉस कर रही है. ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो हम एक एक करके समझते हैं. राइट, हियर वी गो विद द कॉन्सेप्ट फर्स्ट. सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे कि कॉन्सेप्ट में क्या है, इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट्स क्या है. सबसे पहला पार्ट, आपको ट्रेन की स्पीड आमतौर पे किलोमीटर पर आवर में मिलेगी एंड यू विल फाइंड दैट द ट्रेन्स आर इन यूजुअली मीटर्स नॉट किलोमीटर्स. इन सिमिलर मैनर द टाइम टेकन इज सेकेंड. सो इन जनरल यू विल फाइंड दैट डिस्टेंस एंड टाइम विल बी मीटर्स एंड सेकेंड्स. स्पीड यू नीड इज किलोमीटर पर आवर. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग यू नीड टू नो इज कन्वर्शन. अगर कोई किलोमीटर पर आवर का कन्वर्जन है, आप 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, 18 से डिवाइड करेंगे. एकदम बेसिक चीज है और आपको पता होनी चाहिए, इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है. अगर आपको किलोमीटर बड़ा होता है, मीटर छोटा होता है, याद करने का तरीका बता रहा हूं. सो किलोमीटर इज बिग, मीटर इज स्मॉल, राइट. सो पुट द स्मॉल इन ऑन द अपर साइड. इफ यू वांट स्मॉल पोर्शन, put small in numerator. If you want big thing, just put bigger on the numerator side. याद करने का तरीका है, 5/18 तो याद रहता है, बट 18 ऊपर रखना है कि 5 ऊपर रखना है, ये मैक्सिमम टाइम हम भूल जाते हैं. बेस्ट तरीका है, आपको मीटर पर सेकंड बनाना है, छोटा ऊपर रखो. आपको किलोमीटर पर आवर बनाना है, आप बड़ा ऊपर रखो. ये पहली चीज है जो हमें याद रखनी है. नाउ कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट को समझेंगे हम साथ साथ में. See, time taken by a train of length L meter to pass a pole or a standing man on a single post. मतलब एक सिंगल पोल को या कोई एक पोस्ट है या कोई एक पर्सन है, उसको अगर मान लो L लेंथ की ट्रेन जो है वो पास कर रही है, the time taken by the train to cover is L meter will be same. अगर ट्रेन L मीटर का रास्ता तय कर दे या L ट्रेन की लेंथ एक सिंगल पोस्ट को पार करे, सेम होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि वही तो एक्चुअली ट्रेन की लेंथ है जो कंप्लीट पास होगी. ट्रेन उतना ही तो डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करेगा, राइट. फोर्थ पार्ट, टाइम टेकन बाय ट्रेन ऑफ लेंथ L मीटर टू पास अ स्टेशनरी ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ लेंथ B मीटर इज द टाइम टेकन बाय द ट्रेन टू L प्लस B मीटर्स. अभी क्या होता है कि एक तो सिंगल पोल हमने लिया, सिंगल पर्सन हमने लिया, तब तक तो ठीक है. उसका भी कुछ लेंथ है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वो खुद भी अपने आप में एक b लेंथ का है. सो लेंथ ऑफ ट्रेन इज l, लेंथ ऑफ दैट पोर्शन इज b. सो यू नीड टू एड बोथ द पोर्शंस बिकॉज वो दोनों ऐड हो जाएंगे. उतना लंबा उसको चलना पड़ेगा. सो यू नीड टू डू l प्लस b. दोनों पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया. फिफ्थ पॉइंट सेज दैट सपोज टू ट्रेन्स और टू बॉडीज आर मूविंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन u एंड v मीटर पर सेकेंड. दोनों ही सेम डायरेक्शन में चल रही है. तो एक्चुअली ये जितना आगे चल रही है वो उतना उसको कट कर रही है. सो याद रखना रिलेटिव स्पीड माइनस में होगी. क्यों? क्योंकि उतना तो उसको चलना ही पड़ेगा जितना वो साथ साथ में चल रही है. लेकिन अगर दोनों आमने सामने से आ रही है, इफ दे आर कमिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ ईच अदर इन द सेम डायरेक्शन, से इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस दे आर गोइंग, देन इसकी स्पीड उसकी स्पीड ऐड हो जाएगी क्योंकि बहुत फास्ट से आएंगी, फास्ट क्रॉस करेंगी. सो आपको स्पीड को जोड़ना होगा. सो रिलेटिव स्पीड जुड़ेगी व्हेन दे आर कमिंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. इन ऐसे समझ लीजिए कि आमने सामने आ रही हैं, तब आप हमेशा ऐड करेंगे. दोनों सेम डायरेक्शन से जा रही हैं तो आप माइनस करेंगे. सो ये 4 कॉन्सेप्ट व 2 फॉर्मूला, 6 पॉइंट्स बहुत जरूरी हैं. कुछ और पॉइंट्स इस बुक में स्टार्टिंग में दे रखे हैं, वो मैं अच्छे से समझा दूं आपको. इफ टू ट्रेन्स, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेंथ ऑफ a मीटर एंड b मीटर आर मूविंग इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस, एक दूसरे के ऑपोजिट चल रही है, देन u मीटर पर सेकेंड, v मीटर पर सेकेंड. तो टाइम टेकन बाय ट्रेन टू क्रॉस ईच अदर इज a प्लस बी एंड u प्लस v सेकेंड्स. सी अगर दोनों की लेंथ a और b है और वो एक दूसरे के ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, तो हमें ये मालूम है कि उन दोनों की लेंथ ऐड होगी. सो लेंथ विल बी एडेड. एट द सेम टाइम दोनों की स्पीड भी ऐड होगी. सो लेंथ ऐड करिए, स्पीड ऐड करिए, डिवाइड कर दीजिए बिकॉज स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. स्पीड तो टाइम इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड. स्पीड भी ऐड कर दी जो डिवाइड कर दी हमने, लेंथ ऐड कर दी जो कि हमने न्यूमरेटर पे रख दिया. 8th part, if two trains of length a meter and b meter are moving in the same direction with this speed, then the time taken by faster train to cross the slower train. अगर आपको ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि फास्टर ट्रेन स्लोअर ट्रेन को कैसे क्रॉस करेगी, कितने टाइम में क्रॉस करेगी, then the formula is a plus b on the upper side, that is numerator part, and u minus v in the lower part. If two trains or bodies start at the same time from points A and B towards each other, see very important formula, crossing they take A and B seconds in reaching B and A respectively, then A's speed and B's speed is inverse route. बता देता हूं आपको क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं. See, this is that part. This train A goes from here, this train B goes from here. Say for example they meet here. अभी इधर मिलने के बाद ये ट्रेन इधर जाएगी और ये ट्रेन इधर जाएगी. नाउ इसके बाद जो टाइम लगता है, यू नीड टू नो दैट ए की स्पीड और बी की स्पीड का इनवर्स रूट उसका रेशियो होगा. इनवर्स यानी उधर ए आगे है बी पीछे, इधर भी ए आगे है ए पीछे, और रूट. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इस पे भी हम कुछ क्वेश्चंस करेंगे. तो समझिए ऑल दीज फॉर्मूला अगर आप ये कर लेते हैं, चैप्टर विल बी दैट इजी. सो बहुत सारा फॉर्मूला देखा. नाउ वी मूव ऑन टू क्वेश्चंस. हियर वी गो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. अ ट्रेन रनिंग एट द स्पीड ऑफ 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर क्रॉसेस अ पोल इन 9 seconds. व्हाट इज द लेंथ ऑफ द ट्रेन? एज आई टोल्ड यू दैट लेंथ ऑफ द ट्रेन विल बी इक्वल टू द डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड बाय द ट्रेन इन द सेम टाइम. सो द बेसिक फॉर्मूला यू नो, speed is equal to distance upon time. So we have distance is equal to what we need to find out. So d is equal to question mark. We multiply t into s. So s into t. That means speed is in kilometer per hour. So as I told you, it will always be there that speed will be in kilometer per hour. We need to convert this into meter per second, and that is the first thing you need to do. So 60. And as I told you, जब मुझे किलोमीटर से मीटर में कन्वर्ट करना है, छोटी वैल्यू चाहिए, सो छोटी वैल्यू ऊपर रखेंगे. 5/18. Now this can be converted like okay, we multiply this into 10 and this as a 3 because 16 that is like 6 into 10, 6 into 3. So we got 50/3. 50 by 3 meter per second. So speed here is 50 by 3 meter per second. And what is the time? The time is 9 seconds. So multiply this by 9. We go here. So 50 into 3. So the answer is 150 meter. This distance is equal to the length of the train. So the length of the train is 150 meter. Here's the answer. In this way you need to do. First thing, remember, if the speed is in kilometer per hour, you just need to convert it first into meter per second and then apply the formula and read the question carefully what exactly is asked. That is the most important part. आगे बढ़ते हैं हम अगले क्वेश्चन पे, बहुत ही आराम से सिंप्लीफाइड मैनर में हम लोग करने वाले हैं. देखिए ये चैप्टर एग्जाम में जरूर आता है, इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है, जरूर अच्छे समझिए. और एक चीज जरूर करिएगा, अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगता है, डू शेयर इट टू योर फ्रेंड्स बिकॉज शेयरिंग इज केयरिंग. Also, if you're a first timer here, subscribe to the channel of S. Chand Academy. Right. Question number second, the train of length 350 meter, right? So first thing is length is given. Takes 96 seconds to cross a tunnel of length 450 meters. What is the speed of the train? You know it very well that if a train crosses a single post, the train's length is equal to the distance traveled by the train in the same time. But if that stationary object is of, say for example, any length b, then we add the lengths. So here the length of train is 350 and the length of tunnel is 450. So total, you can say the equivalent length is equal to a plus b, that is 450 plus 350. That will be like 800. So 800 meter is the equivalent length that is to be covered. Now time is 960. Formula is very simple. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So what we do is, distance आपको दे रखा है 800 and time was given 96 seconds, right? So पहले तो basic calculation हम लोग कर लेते हैं. Do it like 400 and 96 is like, do one thing, सीधा 4 से कट करते हैं हम लोग. So it is 200 and 4 से कट किया तो 8 यानी कि 2, 16 is 4, so 24. Now it is 12, it is 100, it is 6, it is 50, it is 3, it is 25. So I got 25 by 3 meter per second, but we don't want in meter per second, so we want it in kilometer per hour. If you want something in kilometer per hour from meter per second, मीटर से किलोमीटर बड़ा होता है तो बड़ी वैल्यू को ऊपर रखेंगे. 18 by 5, so just do it 5 and it is like 6 into 5 is 30 kilometer per hour is the speed of train. 30 kilometer per hour. क्या ये कोई ऑप्शन है हमारे पास? Yes it is. So simple formula. हमने टनल की लेंथ और ट्रेन की लेंथ दोनों को ऐड कर दिया. दोनों को ऐड करने के बाद सिंपल फॉर्मूला, सी स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. बेस्ट फॉर्मूला है. आपका बोट एंड स्ट्रीम, आपका टाइम एंड डिस्टेंस, आपका ट्रेन एंड स्पीड, सब कुछ क्लियर कर देगा. एक फॉर्मूला याद रखिए, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, राइट? क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. Here we go. A train A, while traveling at the speed of 48 km per hour, crosses a vertical pole in 18 seconds, right? So train A, speed of train A, first is 48 km per hour. First thing first, you need to convert this into meter per second. So जब किलोमीटर को मीटर यानी छोटी वैल्यू में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, so 48 into 5 upon 18. So do one thing, it is 9, it is 48, that is 24, again 3 into 3 and 8 into 3, right? So we got 8 into 5, that is 40 by 3 meter per second. That is the speed of train A. And it takes vertical pole in 18 seconds. So time is given 18 seconds. Now what is given? Train B crosses the vertical pole in 30 seconds. If the length of B is 16 meter more than that of train A, what is the speed of train B? See, very simple. First thing first, is speed is equal to distance upon time. That is the main formula. Time 18 सेकेंड है. and speed is 40 by 3 meter per second. So first is we should find the speed, distance, that is the length of the train A, right? So train A के लिए speed is 40 by 3 meter per second. Length we need to find out and time is 18 seconds. So we write it 18 here. So we multiply in that way that L is equal to 40 by 3 into 18. Here we go 6. So 6 into 4 is 240 meter is the length of train A. And train B is 60 meter more than that. So if train A is 240 meter, train B will be 60 meter more. So B train is 300 meter. Now what is asked? Speed of train B, right? And it takes 30 seconds to cross the pole. So again I do the same thing. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Distance, that is 300 meter, that is the length of the train. And time is given 30 seconds. So we just 0 से 0, 10 meter per second आ गया आपका speed. 10 meter per second is the speed in meter per second, and what we want? We want everything in kilometer per hour. So speed of train in kilometer per hour. Okay, so 10 meter per second. मीटर को जब किलोमीटर में चेंज करेंगे, बड़े में करेंगे, so बड़ी वैल्यू that is 18 ऊपर रखेंगे, 5 नीचे रखेंगे. Here we go, 18 into 2, 36 kilometer per hour. That is my final answer. Is there anything like 36? Yes, it is. The first option, and that is my answer. Similar way में हमने questions किए हैं. One thing we need to know is मीटर पर सेकेंड को किलोमीटर पर आवर और किलोमीटर पर आवर को मीटर पर सेकेंड. ये अगर सही टाइम पे आपने नहीं चेक किया तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. दैट यू नीड टू डू ऑल द टाइम. यहां पहले किलोमीटर पर आवर था, उसको हमने मीटर पर सेकेंड में किया. हमने मीटर में उसका डिस्टेंस निकाला. डिस्टेंस इज इक्वल टू लेंथ ऑफ द ट्रेन. उसमें 60 ऐड करके इसका लेंथ बनाया. उसका लेंथ बना के हमने स्पीड निकाला. स्पीड मीटर पर सेकेंड में आया तो वापस से उसको किलोमीटर पर आवर किया. सो लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. वी हैव टू स्टेशंस A and B, राइट? Two trains start moving towards each other with the speed of 120 km per hour and 100 km per hour. When they meet each other, it is found that one train has covered 40 km more than the other train, right? So distance, speed is equal to distance upon time, right? What we do is distance, that means distance is equal to speed into time, right? Now see this. This distance, that means what? The 40 kilometer hour. So 40 kilometer is the distance more covered by the bigger train. Bigger train means the faster train. So distance is equal to speed into time. Let's suppose that time is T hours. After T hours they meet. They start from a point A and B. After T hours they meet. When they meet, one of them has traveled 40 kilometers more. So what I do is 120 into T, that is speed into time, that is distance 1, minus 100 into T, that will be 40. Distance covered by 1, distance covered by second, and that difference is 40 because this is 40 more. So what we do is 120 minus 100 is like 20T is equal to 40. So T is equal to 40 by 20 is equal to 2. So we got T is equal to 2, right? Now what is asked? Find the distance between station A and B. We need to find the distance, right? Now the total distance. Total distance is like 120T plus 100T. Total distance will be that only, because if they meet at a fixed point, then one train has traveled 120T, other train has traveled 100T, that will be the total distance. So 100 and that will be like 220T, right? T is given 2. So in that way 220 into 2 is equal to 440 kilometer is the distance between A and B. Here we have 440 kilometers. So very simple way I have done. Just basic formula is speed is equal to distance upon time, distance equal to speed into time, and this is the way we do, right? Move on to the next question we do. Question number 10 we have. So the train is coming with 44 km per hour and the person is walking with 8 km per hour with the same direction. So if they are in the same direction, you know it very well that we need to subtract 44 minus 8. So the resultant, that is the relative speed, is like 44 minus 8, that is 36 km per hour. When we do it in meter per second, so that is 36 into 5 by 18, that is 10 meter per second. So meter per second is 10 meter per second is the relative speed of the train and the man, and this they cross in 50 seconds, right? So when they cross in 15 seconds, so speed is equal to distance by time. We need to find out the distance. So in that way, distance is equal to speed into time. What is time? That is 15 seconds. And what is the speed? Like 10 meter per second. So finally the length of train is 150 meter. Now the length of the train is 150 meter. And there is one more woman. If a train crosses a woman coming from the opposite direction in 10 seconds, right? So if they come in opposite direction, do one thing. Women's speed, say for consider W. So we have a W speed of women. When they come from the different direction, speed is equal to distance upon time. Time is given. What is time? Is 10 seconds. Distance is 150 meter. And what is the speed? Speed is the total speed of that, the relative speed. Now, if they are in the opposite direction, that means the relative speeds, what we need to do is add both the speeds. So, add the speeds is W and the speed of train is 44. We need to add both the speeds. Both the speeds means W, that is the women's speed, and the speed in which the train is moving. So, train is moving in what speed? The speed is actually 44 km per hour. So 44 km per hour will be converted into meter per second, right? So when we do it like meter per second, in meter per second we know it, we have to do it. So 5 by 18, right? What we do is 0 se 0 cancel ho gaya. We have W plus 44 is equal to 18 into 15 by 5. So we have 3. So W plus 44 is equal to 18 into 3 is 54. So W is equal to 54 minus 44 is equal to 10. So 10 km per hour is the speed, right? Here we go. 10 km per hour. That is SSC CGL Tier 1 questions. And yes, we have done it. बहुत बेसिक क्वेश्चन है. दो चीजें दे रखी हैं. एक पर्सन को क्रॉस किया, उससे हमने लेंथ निकाल दिया. लेंथ निकालने के बाद एक लेडी को दे दिया, तो हमने उससे वापस उसका लेडी का स्पीड निकाल दिया. एंड दैट इज व्हाट वाज रिक्वायर्ड. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं दोस्तों नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के प्रति. क्वेश्चन नंबर 15. द प्लेटफॉर्म ऑफ अ स्टेशन इज 400 मीटर लॉन्ग. सो प्लेटफॉर्म का दे रखा है. एग्जैक्टली वेयर द लास्ट span of a bridge 1.2 kilometer ends. How long will a train of 200 meter long and traveling at the speed of 72 kilometer per hour take to cover distance between the starting point of the span to the bridge and far end of the platform? We need to find the time, right? But the thing is, there are three things. 400 meter is the platform. Bridge is 1.2 kilometer. And there is a 200 meter length of the train. So when we add all these, the equivalent distance is 400, 1200 and 200. So 4 and 2 is 6. So it is 1800 meter is the total distance that is to be covered, relative distance. And the speed is 72 km per hour. So when it is 72 km per hour and we need to convert into meter per second. छोटे में convert करना है 72 into 5 by 18, and you know it very well. 8 into 4, 18 into 4. So 4 5s are 20. So 20 meter per second is the speed. So we know it very well. Speed is equal to distance by time. So what is the distance? Distance is 1800. And what is the time? That is 20 meter, 20 seconds. So just cancelled out. That is 90. So time is equal to 90 seconds. So what exactly 90 seconds is? 1.5 minutes. Because 60 seconds is 1 minute, 30 seconds is half minute. So 1.5 minutes. Is there any option like 1.5 minute? Yes, it is. It is also from the tier 1 SSC exam. So all these questions जो हम कर रहे हैं वो सारे के सारे previous year में हैं. बस एक एक करके आप समझते चले जाएं. Let's move on to the next question. Here again we have with the SSC CGL tier 1 question. A train crosses a pole in 12 seconds and a bridge of length 170 meter in 36 seconds. Then the speed of the train. We need to find the speed. We have two things given. Train crosses a pole in 12 seconds and a bridge of 170 meters in 36 seconds. So what should we do? First thing first, we consider this length of the train is given. So 170 meter is the length of the bridge, right? First consider the length of the train. Length of the train is, say for example, L. Now what is asked is, speed is equal to distance upon time, right? So distance upon time. If I talk that the speed of the train is same, so if I do one thing, L by 12 is equal to L plus 170 by 36. Why did I do that? I know that the speed with which this train is crossing the pole, distance upon time, that is the length of the train divided by time, is equal to the passing the whole bridge, that is of 170. So 170 plus the length of the train. So total is divided by 36. 36 is the time. So what we do is 3. So we have 3L minus L is equal to 170. So L is equal to 170 by 2. So we have found that length of the train is 85 meter, right? Now it is asked that the speed of the train is what? So speed of the train. Speed is equal to distance upon time. That means length of the train, that is 85, and speed of the train is 12. And we multiply this meter per second into kilometer per hour. So you need to multiply it by 18 by 5, right? So we have 6 into 2. Then we have 6 into 3. Here we go 5, that is 17. So 17 into 3 is 51. So we have 51 by 2, that is 25.5. 25.5 kilometer per hour. Is there any option 25.5 kilometer per hour? Yes, it is. The first option. So in the same way we need to do, because if there is something called bridge, then add the length. If there is a pole, don't add anything. That the length of the train will be the distance traveled, right? So here's the next question, question number 30 for you from the same book, right? SSC 2005, that is previous year question now. 120 meter long train is running at the speed of 90 km per hour. It will cross a railway platform of 230 meter long. So what we do is the equivalent length is 120 meter, that is the length of train, and 230 meter, that is the length of the platform. So altogether it is like 0, 5, 3. 350 meter is the equivalent length that is needed to be covered, right? And the speed is given in 90 km per hour. So 90 km per hour, when you convert this into meter per second, right? छोटी value है, छोटे को ऊपर रखेंगे, that is 5 by 18. So 9 2s and 9 10s, 2s and 5. So it is 25 meter per second. So we know that speed is equal to distance by time. So time is equal to distance by speed. Here we go. Distance is 350 meter, that is given. And the speed is 25, right? So just do the basic calculation. It is 70, it is 5, it is 14. So it is, the time is 14 seconds. Is there any option called 14 seconds? Yes, we have. Here we go. 14 seconds is the answer for this question. So in this way, do the questions and the simplifications very easily, right? Move on to another question. Now we have train A that crosses a stationary train B in 50 seconds and a pole in 20 seconds with the same speed. The length of the train A is 240 meter. What is the length of the stationary train B, right? First thing first, see, the length of the train is 240 meter, right? And the pole is, the time taken to cross the pole is 20 seconds. So speed is equal to distance by time, that is 240 by 20, we have 12. So speed is equal to 12 meter per second, right? We have the speed. Now the train A crosses the stationary train in 50 seconds. So let the length of the stationary train be L, right? So we have total length is L. Now if we need to cross this L plus the length of the train, that is 240, and the speed is equal to 12 meter per second and the time is 50 seconds, right? So we have L plus 240, that is the total distance, that is the equivalent distance because 240 meters is the length of train and this L is the length of the other train. This is the 50 seconds it is doing and 12 is the speed, 12 meter per second. So just do that calculation. L plus 240 is equal to 12 into 50, 600 minus 240, that will be L. So L is equal to 600 minus 036. So 360 meter is the length of the second stationary train, right? This is the way you do. हमें यहाँ पे बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट को ध्यान में रखते हुए स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, लेंथ जब ट्रेन क्रॉस करती है तो लेंथ ऐड होती है, ये छोटे छोटे कॉन्सेप्ट अगर हम ध्यान में रखेंगे कभी क्वेश्चन में गलती नहीं करेंगे. मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. मैथ 2006 क्वेश्चन. ट्रेन ए with 90 km per hour crosses a bridge in 36 seconds. Another train B, 100 meters shorter than that, crosses the same bridge with 45 km per hour. What is the time taken by the second train to cross the bridge? It seems that this is a bit challenging question. Let's face the challenge. We have a 90 km per hour का एक ट्रेन और एक ब्रिज को 36 seconds में कवर करता है. Another train of 100 meters shorter than that, same bridge in 45 km per hour. What is the time taken by the second train to cross the bridge, right? Let the length of train is L and the length of bridge is B, right? The length of bridge जो है वो B मान लेते हैं, length of train को L मान लेते हैं, right? Now the 90 km per hour, first do it. 90 km per hour when converted into meter per second, that is 90 into 5 by 18. So we have 9 into 2 and then 5. So 5 into 5 is 25. 25 meter per second is the speed of the train here, right? Now it crosses the bridge in 36 seconds. So speed is equal to distance upon time. What is the distance? The total distance is L plus B, right? So L plus B. Total time taken is 36 seconds, is equal to the speed is 25. That means L plus B is equal to 25 into 36. That is my first equation, right? Now the second equation. Another train that is 100 meters shorter than the same bridge. So L plus B minus 100. So that is divided by time. So time taken is t. And this is equal to the speed of the train. Speed is 45 kilometer per hour. See, we had 90 kilometer per hour. That came up to 25. So this time it will be 25 by 2. Why? Because this is 90 by 2. So 90 by 2, so 25 by 2. If it is 90, then it is 25, right? What we do is, we multiply t here. We put 25 by 2 here. We just cross multiply, right? L plus V is 25 into 36 minus 100, right? This is the first equation. L plus V is 25 into 36. Do one thing. 25 100 into 36 by 4. Why 4? Because 25, right? 25 is 100 by 4. So 36 by 4 is 9. So that is 900. So t is equal to 900 minus 100 divided by 25 by 2. So 800 into 2 by 25. Why 25? Because this is 25 by 2. 2 goes on the upper side, that is numerator part. Now this is 5 and this is 160, right? Again, so this is 5 and this is 32. So 32 into 2 is 64. We have 64. Is there any option like 64? Yes, we do have. So it was a bigger question, but we did it very softly, easily, simply. आपने एक चीज देखी होगी, कितना ही बड़ा क्वेश्चन हो, मेरा एक ही पॉइंट रहा है, वी जस्ट नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन प्रॉपर्ली. पहले तो क्वेश्चन को आप समझें, क्वेश्चन को समझें, सिंप्लीफाई करें. जितना सिंपल कर सकते हैं उतना बेटर है. सिंपल करने के बाद चीजें आसान हो जाएंगी. वी मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Here we go. Question number 59. So two trains are there. Length is 120 meter and 90 meter, running with the speeds of 80 and 55 towards each other on a parallel line. If they are 90 meter apart, after how many seconds they will cross each other? Seconds का पता लगाना है, कितने बाद वो क्रॉस हो जाएंगी. ट्रेन अलग अलग हैं, उनकी लेंथ अलग अलग है, उनकी स्पीड अलग अलग है, सब कुछ दे रखा है. If there are 90 meter apart, so सबसे पहले तो 90 meter आपको लेंथ दे रखा है. So equivalent length पहले तो this length and this length. Speed is equal to 88 and 55. So first add the lengths, right? So we have 120, then we have 90, then we have 90. Why this? Why so? Because 90 meter apart. So this is the one thing they need to travel. Then other is their both length. Their length will be added. So total is 90, 90, 180, 180. 300 meter is the length to be covered. And speed, when they are opposite to each other, they are coming towards each other, then the speeds are added. So relative speed is equal to 80 plus 55, right? 80 plus 55, 135 kilometer per hour. You need to convert the speed of kilometer per hour into meter per second. Simply, what we need to do is 35 into 5 by 18. If you remember, the same thing I repeat again and again, that you need to multiply like this because छोटा नंबर है, छोटा नंबर पहले आएगा because किलोमीटर से मीटर छोटा होता है. Now इसको कैसे कट करते हैं? Let's see. Do one thing. पहले 3 से कट करते हैं. It is like 6, 13 is 4 and then 1, 45. So we do one more time. Here we go 2 and here we go 15. So 15 into 5. The speed is 75 by 2 meter per second. So we have the speed now. So we have speed now. We want the speed is equal to distance upon time. So time is equal to distance upon speed. So distance is 300. So it is 300 and by speed is 75 by 2. So we have 75 by 2 and that is the total time taken. So what we do is 75, 71, 4 times. 4 into 2 is 8 times. So it takes 8 seconds. Is there any option like 8 seconds? Here we go. 8 seconds is there and that is the answer. इसी तरीके से एक एक चीज को मैंने समझा के एप्लीकेशन किया, एप्लीकेशन करने के बाद एक इक्वेशन फॉर्म हुआ, इक्वेशन को सॉल्व किया एंड गॉट द आंसर. Here we go. SSC 2004 question. Two trains are there, equal lengths are there, take 10 seconds and 15 seconds respectively to cross a telegraph post. If the length of each train be 120 meters, in what time and seconds will they cross each other by traveling in the opposite direction? See, the train length is 120 meter and they take 10 seconds and 15 seconds. Then that means उनका स्पीड अलग अलग है, वही हमें पता लगाना है. स्पीड पता लगाएंगे तो हमें पता चल जाएगा कि उनकी डायरेक्शन के बाद कितना टाइम लगेगा, राइट? सो स्पीड ऑफ द फर्स्ट ट्रेन, speed of the first train is, so distance upon time, that is distance is first, see distance is 120 and time for the first is 10, so it is 12 meter per second. S1 and S2, S2 is given as 120 by 15, so just multiply 3 into 5 and 3 into 40, then we have 8 meter per second. So we have found both the speeds, right? So now what is asked is 120 meter is the train length. What time will it take to cross each other? First thing first, if they want to cross each other, the equivalent distance is 120 plus 120, right? And 8 meter per second is the speed. And time is what we need to find out. 8, not 8. 8 plus 12. Why 8 plus 12? Because when they are moving towards each other, we need to add both the speeds. हमें स्पीड को जोड़ना होगा जब ट्रेन एक दूसरे के सामने आ रही है. So 8 plus 12 is 20. And 120 plus 120 is 240. So 240 cross multiplication 20 here is equal to T. So 12 seconds is what it takes. 12 seconds, and here we have 12 seconds the answer. In this manner you need to do all the questions, man. एक एक क्वेश्चन को आराम से देखें. सबसे अच्छी बात दोस्तों, what you have is all the answers, all the solutions are there in the back side, so not need to worry anything about that. आपको सिर्फ क्वेश्चन करते जाना है. That is it. So let's move on to the next question. We have question number 84 with us. Two trains running in the opposite direction. Crosses a man standing in the platform is 27 and 17 seconds respectively, and they cross each other in 23 seconds. The ratio of their speeds, we want to know the ratio of their speeds, right? So speed of first train, let's suppose it is A, and speed of second train, let's suppose it is B. So we have speed A and B. So speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance, that means length of first train. Length of first train is A into T. And what is the time for the first? That is 27. So length first is equal to 27A. And length second in the similar way, we can do 17B. Right? Now, if you remember that ratio of their speed we want, right? Do just one thing. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed, the total speed is equal to this speed plus that speed. See, here we have length 1 and length 2 and the speed is A plus B, right? So 23 seconds is the speed. Distance is L1 and L2. 27A plus 17B. And the relative speed is both the trains are opposite to each other, towards each other. So A plus B, we have this. Okay, so let's do it. 23A plus 23B is equal to 27A plus 17B. So we have with us 17 here. So 23A minus 17A is equal to 27A minus 23A. Right? We have all the A's. So here it is B, right? So 23 minus 17, that is 6A, is equal to 27 minus 23, that is 4B. So A by B is equal to 4 by 6, that is 2 by 3. So we don't have any option 2 is to 3, but we have 3 is to 2. That means the ratio of A is to B, but we have considered first as A and second is B, so it must be the opposite. So the ratio is 3 is to 2 only. Why so? Because the ratio of their speeds is asked, not which one to which one. So 3 is to 2 is 2 is to 3. Same answer, not to worry, because we have considered this A and B. Maybe they have considered B and A. There's no different answer, like 1 is to 3 is there, but no 3 is to 1. 3 is to 4 is there and 4 is to 3 is not given. So 3 is to 2 is the right answer, right? Here we go to the next question. We come to the last question of the exercise. Beautiful question it is. IIFT 2007. The Ghaziabad, Hapur, Meerut, Emu and Meerut, Hapur, Ghaziabad, Emu. These are the both same trains but coming from different places. Started the same from Ghaziabad and Meerut and proceed towards each other 16 km per hour and 21 km per hour respectively. When they meet, it is found that one has travelled 60 meter more than the other. So what is the distance, right? We have to find out the distance. See, we know it very well that this is speed and this is speed. Say for example, they meet after t hours, right? So first train has travelled 16 into t. That is distance is equal to, speed is equal to distance upon time, and distance is equal to speed into time. So first train has travelled 16 into t and the other train has travelled 21 into t, right? So these have travelled and there is a difference of 60 kilometers. So one has travelled more than the other. So what we do is just 21t minus 16t and we will get 60, right? So 21 minus 16 is 5t is equal to 60, that t is equal to 60 by 5, that means 12 hours is the time they take. 12 hours they take to reach to the center point, right? So now total distance travelled. Total distance travel is A has travelled 16t and B has travelled 21t. So when we add 16 plus 21, 6 and 1 7, 2 and 1 30, so 37 into t, t is 12. So when we multiply this 37 into 12, we get 12 into 7, that is 4, then 12, 3, 36, 444. Is there any option like 444? Here we go. So we have with us the answer. You need to remember just one thing. आपने question को समझना है और question के according answer देना है. So this is to the end of the chapter. एक एक चीज को बहुत अच्छे से हमने समझाया है. आप इस बिग बुक के जितने भी रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस हैं, डू ऑल द क्वेश्चंस एंड आई टेल यू, अगर ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ आ गया है, कॉन्सेप्ट दिमाग में चल गया है, आप कोई भी प्रकार का क्वेश्चन कर पाएंगे. आई हैव नो डाउट एट ऑल. ओनली थिंग इज शेयर दिस वीडियो एज मैक्स एज यू कैन. जितना अच्छे से शेयर करेंगे, जितना ज्यादा लोगों तक शेयर करेंगे, उतना अच्छा हो जाएगा. सो अभी के लिए अलविदा लेते हैं. विल सी यू in the next video. Thank you and take care.